It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and center stage belongs to Matthew Stafford. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Dolphins and the Cowboys under the lights on Monday night.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, it's a compelling late-season clash here in Week 16, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're brought out by a man now in his 15th NFL season, one of the most productive passers in league history, and a former Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes. So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give to Gibson running right. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw, Stafford. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Not the start they envisioned. Looks like a 3 and out. And for a team that hasn't won a game in a while, that's tough.
What we have to look out for and keep an eye on is the same thing that their coaches are doing. Wanting to see if guys are going to get discouraged early and sag because of what's happened in the recent losing streak. Can they stay with it despite a tough first drive?
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time. And it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively.
And right away, he lost the football. On this one, that may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. The first carry now. This is Williams. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty...
Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
On second down, here's Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it'll bring up third down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On second down, Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 69 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit. He made himself available on that one.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves. But maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. McCaffrey following the penalty. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this returnable for Hill. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's the loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
14 yards that time for number 14.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now Stafford. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Encroachment, defense.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Still first down.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Gibson here running out of the gun. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing is Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. On this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. But they need 7 yards here. Here's Stafford. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Boswell's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Following the penalty, it's Williams. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very. They got his man complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 30-yard line.
Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now it's Stafford. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Gregory Rousseau in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Here's Hill on the return. Escapes the defender.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Trucks over it.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Prescott.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. And 2nd down. Now Prescott. Quickly to Thielen here. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Prescott. They shakes it off, but he can't get away from it, and down he goes.
Jay Sanders
Drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Miami set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt dead, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That's good for the Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Stafford.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets us inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Again, it's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Throwing on third down, Stafford dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott now.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. First down, Prescott. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. To the air again, Prescott.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott. Finding Williams once more, complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with the solid first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. And he gets it all the way down inside the 30. What a terrific return.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead. but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Prescott's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Here we go with Williams. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey.
And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll run with Jefferson.
And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Now Hill to return it. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing, Prescott.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. The busy night continues for Williams.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, This is a different game, but as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. David Onyemata, excellent effort, and he earns a tackle for loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Watch out for Hill on the return. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on the lead and play that one.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Now a throw here to his running back. And some room to work. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. A big play to start them out. Has them at the 45 already. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. That is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw will be caught by McKenzie. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Stafford now to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will take it in for Dolphins touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the 3rd quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And now pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
56 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Dallas.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. They go back to the ground with Williams. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Holding offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Stafford on 1st down. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Gibson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early.
Ball start. Offense.
Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he thought he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
55 yards rushing for him now to this point. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Well, now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. And quickly they get to the line. On first down, Stafford here. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. On first down at Stafford. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 2nd down and 4. Again, it's Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Dawson Knox from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Dak going to keep it on the draw.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the Cowboy first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
complete. Jefferson the target. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's third down. Able to find Jones. This is 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down. Now 1st and goal. Stafford. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson taking it in. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make or break onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well, now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Cowboys, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.